Welcome to the Fountains of Hope Ministries YouTube channel.
Every relationship, the aim of every relationship ni kwamba mwisho kabisa muone kama mnafaana kwa wapenzi katika ndoa, tuko pamoja. Lakini every relationship must not end into. There are two successful ends into a relationship. There are how many successful ends? Two successful ends into marriage. Of a relationship. The first successful end is a marriage relationship, where your friendship grows up into marriage. Are we together? The second successful end to a relationship is what we call what? Is what we call what? No, it's not called breakup. I told you there should never be anything like breakup among people who are enlightened like you. It is that word is satanic. There should not be anything like breakup. A relationship has two ends. The first end is marriage, which is which is obvious. That when we are getting into marriage, we are getting into a relationship, we hope that one day will be his husband and wife. That's our aim. Are we together? Number two, it is what we call separation. Not a breakup. People are supposed to separate. When you get somewhere you're growing intimate, but you discover that we are not meant to be together. Everything is suggesting that we cannot compatible. We can't be together. For this and this reason we can't be together. For this and this reason we can't be together. For this we can't be together. When you get at that point, are we together? What you do is not a breakup. No, you separate because you're mature. You went to school. You are enlightened. You don't do that. You don't break people up. No. You separate with them. You call them in a meeting, discuss the issues, tell each other the truth, and then you pray, and then after prayer, you greet each other, and you go separate ways. That is how intelligent people do things. Amen. You don't wake up in the morning on a text, it is over. That is someone who is not mature. That is somebody who never went to school. Yeah, men, are you with me? Men, are you with me? Men out there? Please. You have reached a point where everything suggests. Are we together? Not because you got somebody pregnant and now you're trying to run away. Not that one. Are you with me? You have been in a friendship with somebody. You have nurtured each other. You have to walk through journeys. You have tried to understand and learn each other and come to a point where you discover, no, we can't be together. Why? Because we don't share the same faith. Share the same faith, and because of that we do not share a worship, because marriage is worship. You cannot take worship from marriage. It is either there's worship in marriage or there's no marriage. It's not going to work if there's no God in there. Are you with me? And you're not going to worship with somebody. The only discussions about getting married with people of not your faith only exists before you get married. That discussion cannot be there among married people. Pastor tawaambia hapo. Let me tell you, my people, discussion nyinyi ndio mnakwanga na ndio argue about those arguments are only found you because you're clueless. You cannot find people who are married arguing whether they should get somebody of your faith. Listen to me. If you're not getting married to somebody you are sharing faith, two things will happen. You're not planning to worship today, because you can't worship unless you share faith. Two people can work together if they agree. Are we together? Yes. You can date anybody. You can date Islam, you can date non-Adventists, you can date anybody. But if you want planning to get married, what you're planning is to establish a home where you shall wake up in the morning to worship God. You can't get somebody you don't share faith with. You are not compatible. Two things are going to happen. You will either forsake your God or he will forsake his God. One of you must forsake their God. Woe unto you if that becomes you. If you're a lady, you want, it is okay. And they are very good. Non-cheating, well, men with all the qualities of one Adventist. There are very good men out there who are non-Adventists. I told you. And they are very bad Adventist men, very bad hooligans. Men who are very bad Adventist men are there. I am aware about that. Are you with me? Yeah. I know about that. I know very well about that. But it is not an excuse. The good ones are also there. Why do you want the ones that are not an Adventist? Who told you that they are not good Adventist men? Why are you arguing about getting the one who is not Adventist? Even if you are here and you're not Adventist, if you plan to get married one day, please become an Adventist first. If you want to marry an Adventist lady, share faith. And what I'm talking about is not the name. It's not just being an Adventist, wherever you go get baptized, no, I'm a member, I can marry. No, it's not the reason why. Listen to me. Marriage is not, marriage has never been one of the ways of evangelism. God is not interested that people should go to his kingdom through, no. Don't say, I am going to get married and then she becomes an Adventist or it's good. No. Don't go and get baptized so that you can marry a lady here. You're going to suffer. Make sure it is about a matter of spiritual connection. And a spiritual connection is brought by what? Sharing the same faith, sharing the same doctrines, sharing the same belief, and sharing the same faith. Please make sure that with your partner, the issue here is not Adventist or non-Adventist. The issue here is sharing faith. Are we together? Yes. Are you going to wake up? Because you guys have no picture of how life is after you get married. It only comes real when you get there. And you discover you want to wake up, go to church, and then it tells you no. And you think you're going to differ on matters of going to church, and then you agree on matters of going to shopping. Who told you? You think you're going to differ with this person on matters about faith, and then you agree on matters about children. No. In marriage, one difference leads to another, leads to another, and leads to another. And at the end, if nothing is done about it, the marriage disintegrates. Then what you hear is divorce. Most of the reasons we have a divorce today are because of incompatibilities that were cherished when you were dating. No, there's no problem, I know you can change, I know things can change, I know you will change. There's one girl who came and told me, Pastor, this guy loves me so much. He has told me that actually he's even willing to become an Adventist. My friend, don't buy into that gospel. When people want to get married, they don't get baptized. Don't be deceived. Don't buy into those stories where people tell you, no, he has even promised to get baptized. So, for what? Why are you getting baptized? Let people get baptized for accepting Jesus, not accepting love. Yes. Are you with me? Yes. Real. I want us to be real. Stop those things. Stop those arguments you're doing about another. I have a very good Adventist, a very good Adventist, non-Adventist boyfriend, Pastor. You mean? No, listen to me. Who told you every relationship must succeed into marriage? Who told you? Go, you must break so many relationships. You must be willing to do that. And how you break them is not break up. You call the guy and told me, I don't think we can. Let's sit down and talk. You see this and this and this and this. And according to me, this can work for us. Please, I pray that. Let's pray that we go separate ways. Now, do you know why we have breakups? As I talk a little of sexual purity now. Do you know why we have breakups? You can only break what is intact. Listen to me. Hello? Yes. Kwa nini ni kuvunjwa? Ni kwa sababu kwanza ilifanya nini? Kuna kitu imeunganishwa. The reasons why most of your relationships, when they end, it's a breakup. It's because you join it. You become intimate. Intimate is only licensed to happen when you're married. Are we together? Yes. Relationships are supposed to end. And relationships are supposed to end into something. End into marriage or end into separation. Don't treat relationship as marriage. Some of you ladies get married before you get married. That's why the problem is. So that when someone tells you, no, we cannot continue, you don't understand that language. You don't understand how. He said, but you said you love me. Yes. I love you, I meant I love you as much as we can combat and get into marriage. But as long as we are not compatible, we can't exist. That love does not exist. You can love them as your sisters, you can't love them as your future wives. It is not possible. Are we together? Ladies, I want you to open your minds. Get into relationship with open minds. And let me tell you, when you get to every relationship, plan for two things. Number one, plan for marriage. Plan that go and pray that God should lead you, that this relationship must result into marriage. Are we together? But then pray that Lord may help you to discover that really you are meant to be together. And the moment you discover truly there are very striking differences, call your partner, let them sit down, call your friend, sit down, talk things out, finish with a word of prayer, and then when you are done, please go separate ways, because you have nothing attached. You are friends who are trying to find out if they are connected. But you know what you do? You first connect, and then you begin fixing issues. Yeah, you connect yourself to the charger, and then you begin forcing what? Issues. You are trying to tell your body it is, but it can't, because you're already connected to the socket. Sexual activity is the highest degree of intimacy, the highest SIE unit of what? Marriage, sex. The moment it happens, you are connected. Separation is going to cause some pain. And most of the times, unfortunately, it is you, the ladies. Why? Because everything you do is connected to your emotions. Remember I told you I'll be talking about the anatomy. This is the sexual anatomy of ladies. This is how women are. The sexual anatomy of women is like this. Every item, your brain is connected in such a way that every aspect of your decision making, your lifestyle, your taste and preferences, everything about a woman is connected to their emotions. They feel around things, they don't think through them, that's why ladies' language will be like, I don't feel like talking to you. And when they say they don't feel like talking to you, you must believe them, my friend. You must believe that you go to sleep. Because it's true, it's the truth. They feel around things, but men think around things. They'll tell you, I don't think it's right, I don't think so. And when you hear men tell you, I don't think, you don't force it. They are really not thinking. You must stop there. Are you with me? Why? And because of that is that sexual, which is the highest, I've told you, the highest degree in what we call intimacy. The moment it happens, a woman is married. You are not going to raise up and tell that lady, no. She's not going to understand you. She's not going to understand you. Some of them will never forgive you their life. They will live in pain. Most of ladies here have bitterness. They only want them yes. Some ladies here are carrying bitterness and resentment as a result of somebody who's rose up and told them. It is over, it is done. No. Please make sure that before it even gets there, let our relationship remain at the surface of a relationship. Are you with me? Let's do it a relationship. Let's not do it a marriage in a relationship. We keep mixing things up and then we pay the price. The end product of that kind of a union will be tears. And the lady suffers the most. Why? Because men have got what we call logic. Now, logic is very different from the emotional connection. Logic network is simple. 1 plus 1 is this. I was in love with this lady, and now we are not in love, so I go to that one tomorrow. They don't even think about it for long. Yeah? You people, you will be crying there for 3 months because a boyfriend left you. A man was dating this lady, and now they have reached a point where they have ended. Logic says, so I am done with this lady, okay? So I go to the other one. Logic. Then you say you begin saying men are cheaters. They are not cheaters. We are simply logical human beings. When one end of one process, when a process comes to an end, it leads to a start of another process. That's logic. If a relationship has come to an end, and sometimes it affects those who are not in Christ, are even affected by it to say that they even go, even because a man will end a relationship before they even tell you. Some of them who have not found Christ, they don't like you anymore. So the logic says, okay, so they go like someone else. That's logic. Logic is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And if you don't understand this, you will never understand. When they tell you things, you're going to take them serious. There are some things they say, they tell you, then you pick it with life, with that. And that's why women are affected by what they hear. Everything they hear affects them, positively or what? Negatively. That's why men, you must be careful of the things you say. Be very careful. Every word you say affects a woman. Some of you are busy, will be flirting them with them on social media, telling them you're beautiful, your hair makes me go ho, blah blah, all those things you should know. Everything you're going to say in the ears of a woman is going to affect them. Are you with me? You are going to sound as if you are proposing to them when you are not doing that, if you're not careful. A lady is going to say yes to you because you are saying things that you don't mean them. Because that's how they are wired. They are wired like that. You're going to say things, they are going to listen. Now, let me tell you. Now, the weakness of that is every time they hear something, they get closer to hear more. Relationship tips. Are you with me? Every time an innocent lady out there will hear something that resonates with their network, they will tend to get closer to hear more and to hear more. Are we together? Now let's go to the other side. The anatomy of men, everything men see. Men are affected. What affects men is what they see. Men are good until they see things. Every man is good until they see things. Ladies, you didn't hear me. Every man is good until they do what? They see. What they see is what affects them. And that's why ladies, most of the ladies have known. They have known that men are they're killed by what they see. Men are finished by what they see. Men are affected by what they see. The greatest sense in a man is the sense of sight. And that's why most of the ladies are struggling too hard to walk naked, so that you make them see. Now let me tell you, every time men see, everything men see, they want to touch. Everything a woman hears, every time a woman hears something, they get what? Closer. Every time a man sees, they want to touch. So you make them see, and you have given them a credit to do what? And that's why you see, sometimes the man, and then they're like, oh, excuse me, you're not supposed to do that. It's not that they were not supposed to do that. That's the signal you give them. When you make them see, you make them touch. They come closer. Now, listen to me. Now, another weakness, and this is what is eating us up. Another weakness you ladies have is a sense of touch. Greatest sense in a woman, apart from the hearing, sense of touch. Have you seen how these things are connected? And God created these things, not as weaknesses, but the devil is using them to finish you, young people. Because every time they tell you something, you want to get closer. If it was on the phone, you want to see him on a video call. After video call, you want to see him physically and hear him say that. And after he has said that, you want to hear it again and again and again. You call the same time, you keep calling because you want to keep hearing that. And the more you keep hearing that, the more closer you're getting. And the more closer you're getting, the more he sees. And the more he sees, the more he wants to. And the moment he does that, you have no control. And the rest you will be telling us, and the rest was a what? The rest is history. You will be telling us those stuff. So you need to be aware. Consciously, you need to know that. No one here will say, me, I'm strong. No. When you talk about sexual purity, it's daily decisions. You must make a choice. You must make a decision. You say, yes, I got this, I can do it, but I'm not going to do it. You must make those choices. Are you with me? You must make these choices. If you play around those two anatomies, you are going to find yourself in. And most of the young people today, if I knew I would have done a survey in the morning here, you will discover most of the young people. If I pass here and you're honest, right with me, those at least who have been in a relationship, all of you have been. 2, 3, 4, all of you have been. Those at least who have slept in those relationships, I will see ticks. If you're honest, almost everyone will be there. Yeah, almost. I said almost everyone. I'm giving you a benefit of that. Benefit of doubt. I'm giving you, all of you, benefit of what? Doubt. But the truth is present. And the moment it happens, now listen to, because of that, because of how you ladies, let me tell you ladies, because when when the sexual encounter happens between a lady and a man, it does not, a man will forget about it because it's logic. They have finished that, they are done with it, they are doing something else. Our brain is a one way. We don't have two way. Yours is a network of things, but ours is one way. If I've done this, I'm done with it, I've forgotten it, I'm now doing another one. The other one, you know, unless you remind me, cannot remember. Utakuwa unaambia mtu, ukumbuki wewe mbali ni yako. Wapi? Anakuwa serious leo, tu ni wapi mlikutana. Imagine. Why? Because the way they are wired is that they do one activity, they forget about and they have gone. Now you're surprised. They will be telling you, I don't know you. No, I don't know. Wapi? No, ulisikia wapi? Why? Because that is how it is. They do an activity, they are done with it, forget about it, and they look for a different story, completely different. So a lady is left there. Now for a lady it is different. Because it is connected with their entire system. The moment it happens, she does, especially the first ones. Hakuna msichana anaweza sahau kijana wake wa kwanza. Hakuna. Kuna. Wanakumbuka hata harufu. Ile marashi ilikuwa, well, you don't know. No. And some of you are going to get ladies, and then you will be seeing, kila wakati ni kama anapigiwa na X. Have you seen the problem? The X factor. I will be talking about that X factor. Hati kila wakati anapigiwa na, mbona? Unasikia anataka kurudi. Find out. It is still there. If that picture shows up one day and behaves differently, that's why ladies, most of you are stuck. You don't love the guy. I don't love him, but you don't love him. You are getting stuck. Why? Because you have things that you can't control. You allowed yourself into things that you have no control over. Are we together? So what are we saying? Whether an Adventist or not an Adventist, our relationship has two ends. Number one, marriage. Number two, separation. In the event it is marriage, please, somebody you don't share faith with, you're not compatible to them. You are not. Because one day you're going to raise up, you want to raise up, unless you're planning to raise up a family that is not Christian. If you're planning to raise a family that is founded on your Christian belief, if you're not Adventist, Christian belief, familia ambayo itatunza sabato, familia ambayo itatoa zaka na sadaka, familia ambayo itaform choir, familia ambayo itaparticipate katika ibada, familia ambayo itaenda makambi, familia ambayo itaparticipate katika mambo yanayokukuza kiroho. If that is your plan and you're dating somebody who doesn't share that faith, you know you're getting yourself into trouble. You're doing it in a way. It's good for you to know. Don't be deceived that they are known and Adventist good men. They are good. Hey! Kuna wasea hapa nje wewe. Kwanza Waislamu. Waislamu, hawajui. Wako wazuri. It is about what you want. What is it you want? Woman, what do you want? Young lady, beautiful, what do you want? What do you want is what determines and informs who you want to date. If it is marriage you want and a Christian home, you must get someone who shares in the beliefs you want. There is no punishment. I saw a question that was asking whether there is punishment. No, there is no punishment for that. There's nothing like that. No, we have to kutoa ushirika. But now pastor hutamuingiza kwa vitu kama hizo. Maana hata shiriki, pastor hata shiriki, alafu baadaye utamwambia kama si wewe pastor. Sasa hizi singekuwa na hii matatizo. Mchungaji, ni wewe uliniweka kwa hii maneno. So pastor want to participate. Tutakuombea sisi ukikuja. Hai, na hiyo mtu hiyo ngai hiyo. Tutaombea sisi, tutakuombea. Neema Mungu ikusaidie. Ikusaidie kabisa uko hivi. Usaidie. Tutakuombea. But now I am telling you, if it is marriage, a Christian home you want and you're dreaming for, you don't take somebody who does not share in faith. Whether you're an listen to me. I'm not telling you good men are those that are in Adventist. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, find somebody you are sharing faith with. Are you with me? Faith is a factor in marriage. It is not a factor in a relationship. That's why you people keep arguing about it. But it's a factor when you cross over to the other side. Because that life you have not tested. You better believe what I'm telling you. You better believe me. It's a fact. When you are dating, you can date anybody. At a full water, date anybody you want to date. But if it is marriage you're planning for, a Christian marriage, please get somebody you are sharing faith with. In that case, if you're an Adventist, marry an Adventist. And even at that, Adventist hooligans. We have Adventist men who are hooligans. Please, also in that Adventist, omba sana upate mtu mkamilifu. There are ladies in Adventist what? Atari kabisa. Nani? Bro. Don't be deceived by the name Adventist. Are they Christians? Is it somebody who has got content? Ni mtu akona content. Get a lady woman with content. Apart from being an Adventist lady singing the word content. See a lovable and a loving human being. That's more important than anything else. Are you with me? Yes. So I'm saying sex with someone who is not committed to. And let me tell you this, technique, you can quote me on this one. Young ladies, a young man who is willing to sleep with you, most of the time will not marry you. And if it happens, by God's grace, if it happens, and he was willing to sleep with you, and you are fine, they are going to do it even after marriage with anyone else. And a man who sleep with you before they marry you, they can sleep with anyone. You're not the only lady that they can sleep with. They have ability to sleep with any other. Just put it in your mind, he's doing it with other people. And actually, it is not going to stop there. After he has taken cows that you are blessed and he is born with you, he is going to do it after marriage. So, just brace yourself. Prepare. If it is happening right now, go home right now. Ukitoka ile date next. Then I'll be bro, this has to stop. Completely kapisa. It's either we stop the relationship or we stop this nonsense. Unanielewa? Yes? Number 2, ladies who are in your 20s, you're dating 20s, 23, you're busy in bed. Listen to me, you're going to get this life very boring. Siadhani nawambia mimi tu kweli. I've been a youth, bro. Easy vitu tumeona. We know. A man who is sleeping with you before they are committed, before they stand here on this and say mbele ya pastor, niko tayari, nimeamua ubaya na ubaya. That young man, you're not the only lady sleeping with you, and you're not going to be the only wife either. Unless he akolewe hapo kabla mkishao aende haokolewe tena abatizwe kwa maji ya sabuni yaona. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. So ladies, get serious. If it's about marriage people are talking about, please get serious. Get very serious. God tell me stop that nonsense, because right now I am focused. I want to settle in life. Are you with me? I want to have a life of my own. Number 2, men. Be very skeptical about a lady who willingly comes over. And she doesn't question it. She has no problem. She has no, actually, when you forget, she reminds you. Huh? You are not the only one. She will do that to any other guy who shows up and he's speaking like you, he looks like you, he's giving things like you give things. She will go also. Because already there is no discipline. The other question was what it was? I think about sexual purity. I think this is a subject we have, because the world wants you to turn sexual. Everything in the world right now is turning sexual. Everyone is suggesting sex to you. You go to your TikTok, those people on TikTok, you're going to see the world that's out there and is telling you it is okay, and everyone is doing it, and there are so many stories around it. Listen to me, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, because the devil is out there to destroy homes. And homes are, by the way, I have discovered that homes are not destroyed when we are married. They are destroyed now. Do not get mixed up between those things. Are we together? Please, do not. Don't be spiritualize everything, because not everything is spiritual. A human being has 4 aspects of life. There's psychological, are we together? There's psychosocial, there's what? There's the physical aspect, there's the mental aspect, there's the spiritual aspect. Do not reduce everything about your life on your spirituality. Spirituality is the best. Are we together? Then there are the things that you must also do. Yes, you must take your lady out, mwende mcheze, mwe pale nje kabisa. Number 2, there are quite a number of dates. Even this is a date. Are you together? This is a date. We are in a date. A date is where there are people of both opposite sexes having conversations, having interactions. That is a date. This is a date. Are we together? Then it gets from this group dating into single to smaller units. Mnakuwa watatu, machali watatu sijui alafu mna single out, then you, that is dating. Dating is a process. It takes some process. This is what is a form of dating. So wewe unangoja ati me, I'm not dating. You are dating, you're here. You already here, you got a mentor, you got elders, you got your pastor, you got, find someone who can mentor you. Don't always think you're in charge. There are other things which are in charge, powerful than you. So don't always trust that you're in charge. Think, no, ask, find someone who can advise you. Find someone who can consult. Pastor, sijui leo tumekosana na boyfriend. Pastor atakwambia, sasa ndio mnaendelea vizuri. Amongeleshani siku mbili. Nice. That is growth. Because where people do not differ, there's a crisis. Either both of them are not thinking, or one of them is a zombie. Tusonge mbele kidogo, anasonga. Kurudi nyuma, anarudi. In a place where there are two brains, at some point they are going to differ. It is very normal. Sisi upande wetu wa marriage tunajua, tumezoea. Unakuja unadifa hata kwa ugali. Hii ugali hivi. Na unaona jikai hivi. Hapo mmekosana. Yeah. Now it is healthy. It's very healthy. That's how life is. Are you with me? Some of you are very naive. Mnachukua na wengine mmekosana hapa, by the way. Most of the relationships mmewachana nazo. Zingine hata zikuwa na shida. It is only that you au unataka panel beating. Na wewe unahitaji panel beating, utaelewa vitu. Umeend it like that. Kwa sababu mtu alikwambia sijui nini. Hata aliniambia tu word fulani hapo na mimi nikakasirika. Na sasa sitaki kumuona tena. Okay. Unapata mwingine anakuambia ile word mara pia hiyo unawachana nayo. Hayo unapata mwingine anakuambia hiyo word plus zingine 3 baya zaidi. So are you going to be walking from one place to another like this? No. You must settle and know that the world is full of trouble, but there is victory in Jesus. Amen. Sawa. Tunashinda kwa jina la Yesu. Hakuna mtu hapa mzuri. Don't be deceived. Ukipatana na jamaa mmoja kazuri, ujue ni neema ya Kristo imefunika yeye. Tuko pamoja. Mpaka majangili. Wewe unashangaa. Hiyo majangili ndio iko huko. Na hata Kristo alidili na majangili. Akina Isaac. Majangili sana. Au Kristo alikuja akawasaidia. Ni neema ya Kristo ndio inatufunika. Wewe unachohitajika, tafuta Mungu. Ukitafuta Mungu atakupea mtu ambaye anafanya nini? Mnalawana. Principle, nimesema principles ni hizo. Discipline is one. Discipline in a cover so many of them. Number 2, the principles of God. You must build your relationship on what the Lord requires for that relationship. Because what you're building is godly, it's not human. Kwani kuna curriculum inafundisha relationship? Hello? Kuna curriculum inafundisha relationship? Uliona wapi shuleni? Kuna course inaitwa hata certificate inaitwa relationship and love certificate level 1. Umewahi kusikia? Yeah? It means that chochote ambacho mnaanzisha inatoka wapi? Origin yake ni mbinguni. So everything you do around it must be guided by what God requires you to do. And you can't regret that. So I think those are the principles. Are we together? Then openness, communication and other things. Serious relationships require good communication. I don't understand you ladies. Somebody says hi. Unaangalia kwanza venye anakaa ndio useme hi. Mtu anakuambia hello, how are you? Wewe unajibu na ile HY. What is wrong with you? Mimi nilikuwa nashangaa. By the way, when I was looking for someone to get married to, nilikuwa naangalia number 1. The first response I get from a lady. Hard to get. Let me tell you, hakuna kitu inaitwa hard to get. Some of you are just arrogant and proud. Because I don't see any big deal. Mtu kijana huyu anakuambia hi, hata kama unaona venye unamuona. Maana mnapenda kujaji watu sana. Hello? Hata kama unamuona venye unamuonanga. Akisema hi, simwambie nini? Hi, hello, how are you? You don't become cheap by that. No. You mean it, hello is hello. Nothing. Just say hello. It's kindness, isn't it? It's cautious. Just cautious. Just be cautious enough to say hello. Yes. Somebody has a question. Yes. Nilikuwa nirudi kwa wanaume. Wanaume nilishatangulia nikawaambia kile msichana amesikia anataka kusikia zaidi ikiwa more serious. Usiseme leo hi. Aseme hi. Ukae tena kesho kutwa hi. What's wrong with you? Hizi hi ni za kwenda wapi? Tuko pamoja? You cannot be saying hi to a lady. If you were just greeting her, let her know. No, I was just checking on you. Say something. Sema bwana. They want to hear. I have told you it is them. Unasikia nataka kwake. Every time you say hi, they are expecting something else. Oh, my friend. Kama uko na mpango pia useme. Mwambie I was just passing, nikaona nikusalimie. Mwambie if you have intentions, you saw her attractive, tell her, yeah, I think I feel attracted. Can we talk? Can we have a chat? Sawa? Can we have a chat? Yes, we can have a chat. Then anakuja najieleza. Kabla aende malambia wait. Sorry. For me right now, I don't think I'm in a position. This is what clearly, mwanamke bila kuwa na matusi. Sio kwanza kuuliza mtu wa you are class, which class you are, class gani? Ungekuwa na class, ungekuwa mbali sana sasa. You're not my class na unatembea kwa hizo streets hapa. Ungekuwa una fly by how? Which class are you talking about? I've had ladies, you embarrass mpaka jamaa na ikiwa na low self-esteem. Let me tell you ladies, you don't know. Let me tell you, some of you need to repent for causing low self-esteem kwa vijana hao. Kila mtu baada ukubana kila mwanaume lazima kuna msichana fulani ambaye kusema kitu kikamuumali. Na wengine mpaka saa hii hawezi. They can't work hard because you told them they are nothing, they are not your class. They should look at you very properly. Look at me from the top to the head. Look at what nonsense. Come on, sikia. It is kindness to simply tell someone, I'm my brother. Ongea vizuri tu. Maneno ya kumwambia. Yeah, I think I that you are attracted to me. It's a good thing. But brother, I don't want to reach a point where I'm cheating on you, or I've left you, or this relationship doesn't go anywhere. I don't feel the same way. I don't feel it. And then they're going to listen. They don't stop there. They'll come again tomorrow. Now because that's man. Man ni wanaume na wanaume. Tarudi tena kesho. Nakwambia na ile story ulisemaje? Usichoke. Are we together? Don't get tired. Come again. Say, brother, if you can refer to our previous chat, I already told you this is it. Now, if it fits, you are not arrogant if you put a block or a mute. Don't encourage the communication. Interested. And you don't have to apologize, but first be kind. Utakwambia hi. Kione kile kinaniambia hi. Kione. Let me tell you, that person anasema kione, you don't know what they will be tomorrow. One who saw pastor 10 years ago somewhere. Could not imagine one day pastor will be here. Go pastor wa kanisa akiwa station direct. Nobody ever thought that. 10 years ago. Oh, ni 10 years, you know. 20, 30. Maana kuna jamaa hapo karibu 20. Unaona? 20 years ago pastor was already married. So peleka nyuma wewe around 30 years ago. Aliyemuona akiwa kijana, angeimagine one day angekuwa hapa kwa pastor. Hello? Yes. I wish pastor would find time to tell us first girlfriend. Vile kulienda. Utacheka hapa sana. Utacheka sana. Watu wa Mungu wameumia hapa nje. Are you with me? We have suffered. And you know why? Because somebody is just too proud for nothing. And by the way, sometimes, ladies, be careful. If you reach this age, you are 22, 23, you're not a kid. You don't have to be rude. Why? You're a Christian, you're a grown-up. You know what you want in life. If he's not the one, don't waste time. Call him and say, bro, Man, I like your courage. Are you with me? Nini? Hebu niwaambie nyinyi wasichana kitu hapa kabla nimalize. You people have no idea what happens before a man sits down, anaenda naoga, anavaa hivi, nasema naenda ku approach that lady. You don't know what that takes. You have no idea. Ile courage yenye a man must gather before aku approach hivi, msichana haja simama mbele yako akwambie nataka hii. That you don't know what it goes. You ladies have no idea. Ndio jamaa afika mwambie angalia hata venye umevaa, angalia. Angalia bwana. Look at me. Look at me properly. You don't know what it means. Some of these men you see here wakiwa humble hivi hapa, mliwaambia statement wakanyamaza tu. Na anayeongelesha msichana mwingine mpaka leo. Akona 10 years, hajawahi anasema afadhali ni kaivo. Afadhali. Some of them are hurt. You think it's only you people who are hurt? There's nothing that hurts a man like to make a man look less of who they are. Make them feel like they are less than who they are, and you finish them. And we do that most of the time, especially when we begin to compare them. Sasa wewe unaanza wale wasaidia bila unavaa, unaanza hata wewe, anashangaa hata kuniangalia nini kwako. Statements like those ones. That it demean the persona of a person. It is arrogance, it is pride. You don't have to. Just speak nicely, talk the truth. Now maneno mingi. Akiendelea maana men are stubborn and you don't feel that you are convicted, just put it up. And ungwana. Tuko pamoja? Hello? Ladies, are we stopping that nonsense? Yes. Stop it kabisa. Mtu anakuambia hi, like my wife. Msimwambie. Umeona record? Mkimuona mnyamaze kabisa. I said hi to my wife. She replied after 3 years. Na ni bahati tulipata angepata nimeenda kwa mwingine. Kabisa ni Mungu alimshikilia hii kitu. Hi, and then after 3 years nangoja ndio hiyo iliji kwa Facebook. Ndio hivyo ilijibiwa. Mungu tu wakati alijibu nilikuwa tu bado tayari na mbili. Bado nasubiri. Kama ni Mungu ningekuwa nimeenda kwingine. So sometimes the ladies, please respond. If somebody says hi, respond. Find out. You find they are not serious or they don't know what they want because you're able. I mean, hakuna msichana amefika that age akomjinga. You should be able to know this one is a joker. Hata mnajuanga. Na wengine mnaenda tena mkijua tu hii ni joker. But no, ninampeleka na rie. Nataka tu nimpeleke na rie. Sina sijui lakini nampeleka na nini? Na nataka hiyo vibe yake tu. Natampeleka na vibe. Hakuna, if you're not committed and you're not serious about it, don't encourage that. Let the communication be open. Do an open communication. Communication, you can be romantic, but don't be obsessive. Are we together? Yes. People are sex talking these days. Are we together? You have to have some principles because you know your body is going to lead you there. When your body leads you there, you can't get out. And when it happens, it's at the end of most relationships where sex is involved, chances of survival are minimal. A man who sleeps with you before he marries you, chances of him not marrying you are very high. You will increase your chances. In other words, sex is the first prerequisite to a breakup before marriage. Relationship, you are doing well, you are chilling in your relationship, but then it happened. It happened. When it happens, because men, the way men are created, men, they don't forget, no. It's logic. Kwanza akishajua hiyo nini? Akishajua vile logic kichwa imetoka huko kwingine. Anaangalia future. Na wewe dada sasa ndio umefika nyumbani. Unafikiria umeolewa. You're going to be left kwa mataa. It happens. So, if you're a wise woman, because it is possible, you can always fight through. I'm telling you, it's always a fight, and that fight, the victory is in Jesus' name. Amen. It's a fight. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a fight which is worth the fighting, and you can win it. Men who are here, please, it's a fight, I know, but you can fight it through. You can be a gentleman. Men, are you with me? Yes. We are the leaders. We can stand and say, yeah, you can come over, but listen to me, this is not going to happen. Why? Because it is a principle I have. I am a man who is supposed to protect you. I'm a man, I love you, and because I love you, I respect you, and I cherish you, and I'm a man, I'm not going to allow it. Do we have that man? We have such men here. Who can say, yeah, I know. Hakuna mtu hapa sasa hivi kila wanaume wako na kwao. Wanaume hapa wako na nyumba hapa, si ndio? Hata kama uko shule, uko na sehemu yako. Do we have men who can stand and protect these ladies? Tell, yes, you listen to me. It is a principle. I have made it in my mind. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stand. I'm going to protect you because I cherish you and I respect you. I won't do it. Do we have men? Yes, we have men. We can do it. We can be in a relationship where we are not encouraging that kind of a thing. It is not old school. This is the only way to survive marriage. Because I've told you, a man who sleeps with you before he marries you, he is sleeping with another girl, and he will do it. Hakuna faithfulness. No man is faithful. There is no faithfulness after sex for marriage. What is special about you? If he can sleep with you and he does not love you, does not respect you, the same thing he will do to any other girl who shows up. Why? Because remember, there are beautiful girls and more sexier girls than the one you're dating. Always. Bro, unanisikia? There will always be more sexy and beautiful girl than the one you're dating. You should know that. So you're sleeping with her. No, you're opening yourself into. You're giving that man a key to go out there and do stuff. And that you don't have a marriage. That is true. Men don't find a struggle to sleep with another lady after you have allowed them to sleep with you. What is wrong? After all, what is the difference? See, wewe tu na wao ni sawa. There is no commitment between me and you. We were just friends. So friends can come with more than one. And now, if it happens, bado kae hapo kitongomo useme mnawana. If you get married, what is going to happen is this, a disaster. Because when you finally get married now, are we together? Sasa ndiye anapata kifunguo sasa vizuri sasa. Because umekaa hapo kwa nyumba. Kwanza umebeba mimba. 9 months. Kwa hapo. Na hapo job. Hizo principle kama ziko hawezi survive. Pastor will tell you, especially kama kazi kama yetu, you work very far from your wife. Principle, you must survive through principles only. You can't survive, can't make it. You are going to fall. You are going to disagree. That marriage is going to come to an end. You can't. It is a struggle. That pressure you are feeling, your pressure is everywhere. It's not only before you get married. Even after you get married, that pressure. Your pressure mnasikia ya kufanya hivi iko hata kwa marriage iko. So if there were no principles, then you're not going to learn new principles. It's going to be a burden. So you must. Lazima tu useme, okay, let me try at least. I want a future, so I'm going to focus. Are we together? And men can raise, you can raise up with that occasion, guys. You can control it because you are the leadership. Remember, you're still a leader even in a relationship. You're still the leaders. Most of the things I've told you that happen in a relationship, most of you, to some big degree, you are responsible. Because it happened, you spend the money. By the way, before that act happens, the man must spend the money. That's how you are responsible. Fair, si wewe ulituma fair, wataanza kukwambia. Na kama ulituma fair, zinamaanisha una nyumba, si wewe ndio unalipa hiyo nyumba. Hata chakula ile mlikula si wewe ulilipa, watakuwa nakwambia. So men, you can't run away from responsibility. God gave us responsibilities, we can use them to do the right things. Are we together, young men? Yes, it is okay. Beautiful girls are there in colleges. I've been to colleges, that's what I will tell you. Where are you? Beautiful women. Why? Rwandese. How was it? South Africans. Sijui wengi kutoka Zambia wasichana. And most of you are in colleges where you see these people. But then if you don't have those principles, you're going to fall. That's the truth. And then you will lose your future like that. The principles, discipline and stuff like that. Thank you so much. I believe there is no another question. Please, we want to stop now. Yes. Yeah. People who don't believe in marriage and love and those who have given up. I've told you, anyone who makes such statements, they are speaking them out of their places of pain. There's psychological damage. Anybody who speaks like that. Have you heard people say men are? Have you heard that? Women are. The moment you hear that coming from anybody, they have a story. It's psychological. They have been through hell. They have been through some kind of life which led into them to what they are. Some of them have lost self-esteem. Some of them have been hurt. Some of them have been broken. Some of them they have been brought up in homes where they have not seen hope. They have never seen peace. They have never seen marriage situation. They are brought up in broken homes. They are broken up in homes that have. So they have a story, and we can't handle that now. It's a long time, and again, it may not be of necessity to all of us. If there are those kind of people, maybe they can meet. They can seek guidance, seek help. If you have such kind of a thinking, seek help. Seek help, because I have told you, God created you a man and a woman. He created you for each other. Men were created and women were created for each other at some point. So if you don't feel that feeling, or if you reach a point where you're attracted to your same sex, you should know it's the same problem. Are we together? Yes. Hakuna mtu ati anasema mimi I am attracted to both sexes. The LGBTQ issue. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. It's a mental damage. It's a mental damage. Are we together? It's a mental damage. Any gay or any lesbian, go ask them. Can you prove to me you are a gay? Wanajiita the third gender. Nasikia third gender hiyo. Hello, you nyamaza, because I know it's affecting you young people right now. Perhaps the friends I need. Listen to me. Ask any gay person to prove to you they are gay. That third gender, prove to me you are it. They can't prove. No one gay person who can prove they are gay. It is in the mind. Are you with me? It is here. You begin telling yourself, and then because I told you what you tell your brain is what it does. You begin because of maybe your exposure, because sometimes you are exposed to such kind of stuff, some other things. I think when we get back, we can talk about other things. We can talk about masturbation, we can talk about pornography and stuff like that. And then I will be open and have a full presentation of the same. I see you, it's a dark world, bro. It begins as a habit, and then it gets you into, it becomes worship, it becomes part of your life. And you need deliverance to get out of that. And the first deliverance is a change of thinking, thought pattern. You have to change your thought pattern. Any habit or addiction you're in came as a result of an habit. You have to change your thought pattern so that you undo the habit. And it's a process. It may involve some therapists, it may involve some professionals. Yeah. But kama uko na hizo shida, you can always see me. We can see. I can give you steps to follow to get out of that. Hata kama unakuvuta sigara, there are steps you can follow out of that. It's a change of thought pattern, because your brain has grown up into something. It must grow out of it, and it's a process. Sinemalizia hapo. Our Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you so much. Thank you for this day that you have decided that we should have. I thank you, Lord, for the lessons that we were able to have. Thank you for the permission and the opportunity you've given us, that Father, we should gather here to hear what we have to hear today. Father, a lot has been said, we have learned a lot, but deep in our hearts, all of us as young people, you know our struggles. Some of us here for the Lord are slaves to things we have no power over. Some of us have struggled for the Lord from situations we didn't even put ourselves in. Some of us have had challenges of relationships, we have had challenges from our home. We have things that hold us, and Father Lord, sometimes we have resorted into low self-esteem. I pray that, Father Lord, from now and forth, may you meet, Father Lord, all of us at our points of need. And those that are stuck, Father Lord, in any form of addictions, I pray that you break them in Jesus' name. And those of us, Father Lord, have struggled in a relationship for one way or the other because of our own shortcomings and shortcomings of our friends. Lord, I pray that you help us. There are some of us here who are in pain, Father Lord, because they have been betrayed, they've been cheated on, they've been deceived. I pray that, Father Lord, may you grant them peace now in Jesus' name. There are some of us here, Father Lord, who are looking forward to get married, and they don't know where to start, they don't know who to talk to, they don't know even who to listen to. I pray that, Father, you're going to stand with them and walk with them through the journey in Jesus' name. May we hear victorious after this meeting among these young people, because we ask in Jesus' name.